it's me again. Right. There was a new Alakazam in the new Shining Revelry set. Now, I think I've sort of discovered recently that one of my favorite Pokemon of all time is Alakazam. He's definitely up there with like Espeon, Alakazam. There's a few others and they change regularly. Don't get me wrong, I do change my favorite Pokemon all the time. However, Alakazam I think is always going to be there, right? So we made a little deck around the new Alakazam. Now we're using a lot of the new cards, and this is one of the first decks I threw together, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, right? But here's the list, and as you can see, we run one line of regular Abra, the previous Abra, and then one Abra of the new one. Abra, the newest Abra in Shining Revelry, does damage, whereas the other one teleports out. So if you do brick, you can teleport out. So it's got a little bit of play there, right? Of course. We've got the new Alakazams, two of. We got two Kadabra of the new ones. We've got one Spiritomb, just in case we start with a Spiritomb, we can put damage on the bench, right? And then we run Cyrus to pull them out. Pretty nice. We already do damage to the bench from Alakazam itself as well, so that extra 10 can help. We got the new Cyclizar, which is actually a really strong sort of early stage card that you just chuck out. If you start with him, you do 20 damage on first turn with 1 energy, then you do 40 damage the next turn. Pretty nice, pretty decent HP. Overall, pretty good. We've got red there as well in case, because we're not running EXs in this. So if we do come across EXs, the red will put extra damage to Alakazam, doing like 20 damage onto the EX, which is very nice. We run 2 Ionos because I feel like this deck, we might get a lot of like random cards. Like we might already have like an Alakazam line, but then we pull, say, a Kadabra, Spiritomb, Cyclizar, and we want to Iono those out. We've got options to do it. We run 2. Again, it's really early in the... it was really early when I made this deck, so I wanted to try out the Iono. We're going to see how that works anyway. We got 1 Pokemon Communication because I do think we have a lot of options there for drawing cards anyway, simply from the 2 Iono 2 research. And we got the Pokeballs, so we can get Pokeballs in hand. And even if we've already got, like, I don't know, a Kadabra or something like that, because I was using Mythical Slab in here, but I just took that out. But yeah, we can Pokeball something in and Communication it out if we need the Kadabra or the Alakazam. It can help as well. This is how I am hoping that this deck does work really well. I have a good feeling about it. It's Alakazam, man. You know what I mean? We're going to try it out, though. We're going to try it out. Right, okay, so it's new Zam. Now, don't forget as well. Don't ignore what happened in the last video, okay? This deck does run a Dark Pokemon, which means if we're changing the deck from the Spiritomb, it'll put a Dark Energy in there. Just make sure it's got a Psychic Energy. PSA, because we know what happened on the last video. Ignore it. Don't mention it. Let's get in. Let's get into some games with it, man. But this is Zam. Now, I really do hope that this works quite well. I'm not sure on it because there's a lot... Oh, that's cute. I like that Piplup. I hope it works. Current meta at the moment and current big cards, it's very hard. But at the same time, I do like it. I do like this deck. But we'll see. We'll see. We start with a Spiritomb, which is actually a real good start, with a bunch of Professor's Researches as well, which is good. Charizard. Could be a Charizard, right? My turn. We got Giant's Cape ×2 and a Professor's Research. Hopefully we get like an Abra. We got the Alakazam. No Abra. Okay. Ooh. We do run Ionos twice here for this reason, because sometimes you just break so heavy, man. Like right now, an Iono would go down a storm. Research for him. I just don't want to see too many things going out on the bench. And I don't want to see the Charizard or Charmeleon come out too quick. Combustion going in. Okay. We can start doing some damage on the next turn, at least with Spiritomb. Pokeball for hopefully an Abra. If we get that, that's great news for us. Cyclizar actually works as well. I'm going to play Cyclizar out. It looks good as well, right? It looks good. We're going to research and let's see if we can get an Abra. Pokemon Communication can work. Iono, though. Iono's very, very good. I might Pokemon Communication the Alakazam to try and hopefully get an Abra. And then we Iono in the next turn. Oh. Right, okay then. Well, Swirling Disaster we'll go for. Swirling Disaster. It does 10 damage to each one of them. It's okay. It's a shame we don't have Abra on the bench. I mean, Iono we probably should have played. We will on the next turn. We'll do it on the next turn. Charmeleon does 40 damage. Iono. Oh, he's playing it for me, which is even better because that means I've got another one if it does brick again. Sabrina. Abra. Kadabra. Communication. Giant's Cape, a Pokeball. And I bet you that Pokeball will hit my Abra now. Well, it will anyway, because I think it's the only other ones I can get. Yeah, it's only 2 Abras, 1 Spiritomb, 1 Cyclizar. I got a little bit unlucky with the Spiritomb Cyclizar. However, Cyclizar does really work well here, but I think we should still get the damage over the board. Now, if he goes Charmeleon, he can kill that in the next turn. So that is something to be concerned about. We're going to Pokeball. Another Abra, which we will play. We could, because Alakazam is only 2 energies. By the time I get that ready, it's great. What I might do is go for Cyclizar, so I can hard retreat this into the Cyclizar, and then we'll go for the attack to Cyclizar, because it puts its damage up a little bit, right? So he does 20 damage, and the next turn he'll do a little bit more. Very, very nice. We could drag in his Charmeleon, but I'm not going to do that. What I will do is I'm Giant's Caping. I kind of like the look of this Abra a little bit more, so I'm going to put that one on there. We're going to over acceleration and see where we're at after that. We don't need Sabrina for now. Does 20 damage, puts him at a bit of a scare. He's going to die next turn if he doesn't move that Charmander, because we do 40 damage next turn with Cyclizar. And on the back burner, another Iono. Okay, you know what? I'm all right with it. Sabrina, another Alakazam, Iono, and a Giant's Cape. Okay. We don't have Kadabra now, which is very bad. Charizard does Stoke, doesn't it, as well, right? Does take 3 energies and attach them to this. That's pretty brutal, man. It is pretty brutal, because next turn he gets 150 damage out, right? Ideally, I think if I would have had... Ideally, with Kadabra, if I would have played the Psychic Kadabra, we could have killed him easier. So maybe a 1 line of each. 1 of each. Could work really well. But again, I've not played this Charizard yet, and this is the first time playing against it. Kadabra's going to go out. We got Alakazam on the next turn. We can do a little bit of damage here. 150, we can't survive 150, regardless of how much I want to. I'm going to Giant's Cape, and then I'm going to Iono just to hopefully get him. Oh, no, we can't because of Alakazam. We need Alakazam. Okay, let's over acceleration. Brings it down by 40 HP at least. We don't do enough. We only do 80 and some extra damage to the bench with Kadabra, Alakazam. That's really hard to deal with. That's so much energy. So much energy. And it doesn't discard any energy when it's used it. That's wild. It takes like a turn to get that going. I'm just going to go ahead and show you what Kadabra can do. Unfortunately, it's not going to do much here because of the situation we're in. But we'll do as much as we can, right? So Alakazam goes out. We can red as well. It's going to put the damage up because it's EX. It only does but 20, but it's still a little bit more damage. We do 130 and 20 to his other EX as well. See, it'd be really nice if I had the other one ready on the bench because we would be able to kill it next turn. I can't believe that card allows you to keep going with it. It doesn't give you like a turn where you can't use it. That seems really strong when it gets going, and it's quite quick to get going as well. I don't know if I like it. I think it's a bit too strong there for me. For my liking, a bit too strong, you know? The only thing I can do is Sabrina. He then retreats back into it. Yeah, I've lost that one. I didn't like that one. I just feel like, though, if I was running the Psychic one with it, would be okay. But currently, I'm trying to think where that would... Other than that deck then, when am I going to really use that? You know what I mean? That Charizard's a little bit insane, though. I didn't realize how strong that was, if I'm being honest, because I've only got one of them, right? So I wasn't sure how strong it was. But getting 3 energies from a Stoke for 1, then on the following turn, you're doing 150 every turn, and no downsides that 150. It's pretty intense, isn't it? It's pretty intense. So one change you can make if there's very heavy energy decks is you can put 1 of each Alakazam in. I like to use the new one, but you can use 1 of each. Maybe that's a better idea for situations like we just had. Let's get into another game, see how it plays. I hope it can do a little bit better than that one. Unfortunately, though, Charizard just took it. 150 damage. After, obviously, quite hard to get Charizard going as well. Probably could have played around his hand a little bit more, but he had Ionos, and he got there quick. I like it. He played well, so I can't complain. It was just very quick to get that online for me. Right, Spiritomb start with a Kadabra in hand. Hopefully we get like a little Abra from the Pokeball. And I'd be happy if we did get one. That'd be very good if we did, actually. Wow! Oh! That's very nice. I like that. Okay. Pikachu. What are we going against here? What is this? Find out. Right, Kadabra. We do need to get an Abra. Yes. Okay, we got Abra early, which is very, very good. I'm going to play the Abra out. I'm going to put the energy to Spiritomb and Giant's Cape in the Abra. We're then going to hopefully research, get a Cyclizar or another Abra in case of a Sabrina from his side. So we don't want to get the Sabrina onto the Abra. We got Iono. We got Communication. Communication could work, and I will use that in this case, just in case we get an Alakazam from it. And if we don't, we got Iono. Let's see. There's the Alakazam as well. Okay. So... we'll take the win. There we go. Cyclizar. You did nothing, pal. You did nothing. We'll give it another quick one. We'll give it another quick one. See how it plays. The first game was good to see, but at the same time, we got absolutely slapped everywhere. Go back in. Let's go back in. See what it's like. Okay. Don't leave, please. Play me. Just so I can have a little go. I want to see Alakazam do some work. Do you know what I mean? All right. We're going second again. We like it. We like it. Are we starting Spiritomb again? We're starting Abra, but we are starting the teleport one, which is actually really good. So I'll take that. Teleport one, we can just switch one on the bench. Very, very nice. You can also run Drudagon in this deck if you wanted to, and just power him up of the bench, but it's up to you. I don't want to do that on this one. Giratina, weak to dark, which means Spiritomb would be very, very good here. Not very good. It'll just do a little bit of damage more to it, which is great news. We need to chip the damage off as well. Mewtwo. He's going to use Giratina's ability to get that turn ended, but with one energy on it. Nice. I like that. It's pretty cool. All right, then. Okay. Pokeball 4. What are we going to get? What were you thinking of giving me here? Cyclizar is good. It's really good here. And I think I'm going to go with a Professor's Research and see where we're at after that. Another Pokeball, another Iono. We will Pokeball, see what we get. We got the other Abra as well. Okay, so... I think we Giant's Cape. I think I play the one energy to this Abra. And then we're going to teleport this one out for Cyclizar. Do we want to go Cyclizar? Yeah, we do. I think we do. And then we can start putting the extra pressure onto the Giratina and then power up these two on the bench. So the idea would be to get Giratina into a HP pool where we can definitely kill it with 80. Or if we have a red, 100, right? So there's that. The Leaf, always bringing Giratina away. For the Mewtwo, is he okay? But we can do this move again, but on Mewtwo, so we can get the damage out with Cyclizar. This is what we're hoping for anyway. It's what we're hoping for. Okay. Let me see it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's one turn. All right, okay. Giant's Cape on the other Abra, I feel like. We're not going to Iono because he doesn't really have much going on either. So we're going to hold that there. We can use this. I am going to research, though. But we can Iono if we need to in a bit. Kadabra is very, very good. And then we're going to over-acceleration. That brings the Mewtwo down to 130. Next turn is 90. Not bad. Respectable. Okay. Psychic Sphere is 50 damage. So we will take out the Cyclizar after this. So we do sort of need to get Alakazam going right now. Not for this turn, but for the turn after. You know what I mean? But actually, no, because he can survive one turn and we hit for 40. Then he dies on the next turn. Kadabra comes out, hits the 80 and 20 on the bench. Let's see. Let's say we might be in a good spot. I don't know. This can go either way. Psychic Sphere, 50. Okay. Didn't get the Alakazam, but we can play Iono. This is going to help him a bit too much. But I've got to do it. Because it doesn't look like he's got much going on. So I think that's going to help him a lot more than it'll help me. Unless we get Alakazam. Red. Actually big. Oh, that's bad. Because we need Alakazam. We need red as well. We need the red. Especially if we're going to be hitting like... yeah, because it'll put us in range to kill it. Only if we get Alakazam on the next turn. If we get Spiritomb, we can communication and hope for it. Oh. Okay. He's potioned his way out of that straight away. Yeah, this is the only unfortunate thing. It doesn't feel like I can get it going quick enough to get this working. I really like the deck, though, and that's why I wanted to use it. It's Alakazam. Alakazam. I mean, I'm probably missing a couple of things that could make it a bit better. Mythical Slabs could make it a bit more consistent, potentially, but again, the current meta just doesn't allow for little decks. I don't know. It seems weird to me, man. Like, this, for example, the Charizard one, it got annihilated. This one... it's gonna get annihilated, man. I feel like, because we're not getting anything online. I'm hoping for the Alakazam. We didn't get it, so the only thing that I can do is Iono, which then puts me... I don't know. Well, maybe we still do something here. Let's see. I'm being a bit negative towards the deck because it's not what... Kadabra, Spiritomb. I'll have to throw the Spiritomb away, which I think guarantees an Alakazam because we got the other Kadabra in hand. Okay, good. Something, right? We can go Kadabra. We play the extra energy there. Alakazam goes out. We then do this, but the Alakazam does die in the next turn. Okay. We'll see where we're at. I mean, once it gets going, it does feel great, but I think it's because it's a stage 2. It makes it a little bit more awkward, you know? I like it a lot, though. I still want to make this work. This is one of my favorite Pokemon, so it has to work, right? But we'll make changes on it as well as we go along. Okay, here we go. So he's going to side drive to kill it. He's going to discard 2 energies from him, put him in range for another Alakazam to kill it, but then he's not been powering up the Giratina on the bench. So then it gives me 2 turns more, or maybe 1 turn. And then I don't think I've won this. I don't think I've won it, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. He kills this one. If we don't draw Alakazam, it's over, I feel like. Think it's over if he doesn't draw it. If I don't draw it, rather. It's a red. Does 20 damage. It would be great if we had the Alakazam. And we could still play... because if I did 30 damage... he still does 50 damage to me. You know what? I'll go for a side shot. Hope for the Alakazam on the next turn. And we'll play it through. We always do. I like to make sure that I can play it through. I don't always. Sometimes I concede if I 100% know it's going down. This is about 99% certain that we've lost. But still going to try and power through, right? As long as I get 1 kill with Alakazam or even Kadabra, I'll be happy. And we do get that on the next turn with a red if we don't hit Alakazam. The Giant's Cape. He's just toying with me. Psychic Sphere for 50. Alakazam. Okay. You know what? I know we've lost, but we are going to red and we are going to attack. We've got it, right? We got to show something. I'm not even going to attach the energies because we've lost here, right? But there we go. We took 1 Mewtwo. He's going to take this Alakazam with the Giratina. Unless he accidentally uses the ability, then we could be in for a very good time. No, because he'd still do it. He does 130 damage, doesn't he? Alakazam would survive that as well if we just got a little bit more luck on there. GG's, man. I like that game. That was good. Even though I lost, I'm all right with that. 20 damage to him. I can't lie to you. I'm a little bit upset with the performance of that one. Could have been... I think I might need to look back into that deck a little bit. But if anything should change, description box down below, the deck list will be there. And if anything changes, you can see it on there as well. But I needed to use Alakazam, man. It's the new cards. I had to give it a go. Didn't work very well for me this time. But we'll play it more. Maybe I spat everywhere then. Ignore that. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, though. Make sure you do it. Like and subscribe.